Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurus Moth here, and welcome to June. We're now halfway through the year, which is kind of crazy. And as of the posting of this video, we should be halfway through June. So at the exact median point, not exact median point, but just about the exact median point for the year. So what better time to do what I did last year and just kind of take stock of what my favorite figures are of the year so far. And just like the best of last year, I've decided I'm just gonna do 13 because I like the number and it gives me a little more space. So yeah, a lot of this was a year that was absolutely front loaded with great stuff, and it didn't really let up. And I tried to kind of vary things as much as possible. However, as I have refined my collecting, obviously there's more Lightning collection in my personal collection than other lines, so a lot more of those have creeped in, and some other stuff of that nature. So instead of me explaining the list, let's just take a look at the figures. So without further ado, let's do this. And at number 13, we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, the TMNT crossover Morphed Shredder figure from Hasbro. Absolutely gorgeous figure, and just like a joy to pose and stuff like that. The only things that really hold this one back are just the fact that it has a lot of loose joint issues. I don't know if that's just endemic to all of this figure or just happens to be mine. And those knee pads, which are just a little bit of an eyesore. But other than that, like, absolutely fantastic figure. And at number 12, we have the AEW Unmatched Evil Uno figure from Jazzwares. And this is probably one of actually, never mind, this might be my favorite AEW figure so far. It's definitely fun to pose. It absolutely captures the essence of Evil Uno, and yeah, just a great wrestling figure, period. And at number 11, we have the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Baryonyx figure from Mattel. And I've been on the lookout for a good Baryonyx figure for years, to be honest, and this one absolutely delivers. I've been having a lot of fun with this line, and to me, the Baryonyx is tops for that. In at number 10, we have the Action Force Carrack figure from Valaverse. Super fun line, and articulation is great. Paint and sculpt are absolutely fantastic. I think Carrack here has probably the most personality in the line so far. And yeah, this is one that I honestly might move up at the end of the year list, but we'll see what happens. In at number 9, we have the Marvel Legends retro carded Symbiote Spider-Man from Hasbro. I think that having a Spider-Man on this body mold is an absolute essential if you are a Spider-Man fan at all. Even if you don't like Black Suit, there's the original design and the other one, which I can't remember the name of, but yeah, in any event, like this is just an incredibly fun articulation, great sculpt, and yeah, they just knocked it out of the park here. And at number 8, we have the Mandalorian re-armored Boba Fett figure from SH Figuarts. Honestly, I thought I was going to place this a little bit higher. However, just in light of other things that have been released so far this year and the kind of slightly fragile feeling nature of the figure, I mean, it's all that harder SH Figuarts plastic, I kind of moved it down a little bit. And that might change upon reassessment later in the year, but for now, it stands at number 8. And at number 7, we have the Fig Zero Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragon Shield Red Ranger figure from 3-0. I'm sure a number of you that have been watching my channel kind of figure this might be in my top 10 or top 13. And yeah, I mean, it's a Dragon Shield Red Ranger. It's beautifully done, and it's definitely fun to pose, even despite the soft goods and the restrictive nature of some of these 1/6 figures. So yeah, absolutely number 7. And at number 6, we have the Warhammer 40K Tyranid Gene Stealer from McFarlane Toys. It's a near perfect monster figure. It's greatly posable. The sculpt is fantastic. The paint is great. It's army builder material. Just really a great figure overall. And at number 5, we have a relatively late edition with the WWE Ultimate Edition Mr. T figure from Mattel. probably know my love for the Ultimate Editions at this point, and you know, this one is, as I said in my review of it, just probably one of the best Ultimate Editions, period. So I'm absolutely happy to have it in my collection. It has absolutely earned its place at number 5. In at number 4, we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Charge Pink Ranger figure from Hasbro. And you know, I said it in my review and I definitely stand by it here. I think this is the best female figure that Hasbro has put out in any of their lines to date. And we'll see what the future holds, especially since the Lightning Collection is clearly going to use this articulation scheme going forward. But for right now, this is absolute tops. Finally, cracking into the top 3, we have the Shin Ultraman figure from Mafex, and this just has everything we have come to expect from modern Mafex. It is super fun to handle, the articulation is smooth and just super satisfying, and the aesthetics are spot on. So just really overall fantastic figure. In at number 2, we return to the Lightning Collection, and specifically the TMNT subline, crossover subline, and that is with the Morphed Raph and Tommy 2-pack. And I usually question whether I'm going to put 2-packs on, whether I do them individually or not. But however, this is kind of, for me, a quintessential 2-pack in that it is 2 different characters that complement each other, both conceptually, visually, and all of that. Bonus points for being my favorite colors, red and purple, just put together. And yeah, just a fantastic 2-pack that hits all the notes that it absolutely should. And finally, at number 1, we have the Kamen Rider Revice Vice Rex Genome figure from SH Figuarts. It's an SH Figuarts that both feels and articulates like a Mafex, and it's T-Rex themed, and yeah, it just hits all the hallmarks of what I love in a figure. It's definitely kind of, if not on par, it's very close to that Mafex Gambit there in the background. So yeah, just absolutely deserves the spot at number 1 for this half of 2022. And here they are all together, my top 13 of the first half of 2022. So there you have it. They're my top 13 figures for the first half of 2022. So let me know in the comments, you know, do we have any overlap on our lists, or just in general, what are your favorite figures, your top 5, 10, 15, whatever you want to list. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite figures that have come out so far this year? Again, this has been a very heavy year for like just great stuff across all lines, all companies, all that, even despite all the ongoing supply chain issues and stuff like that. So that being the case, yeah, just let me know. And I hope you found this whole video entertaining. You know, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you that watches these videos. And you know, I'm honestly flattered that anyone cares what I think about any of this stuff. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you did, or if you were entertained, then please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And if you want to take it to the next level and help me even more, I'll have ways listed in the description below, as I normally do. Pardon me. So please check those out. And with all of that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.